right. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Man, it's been a long time since I've done a live stream, right? Well, a few weeks now, something like that. Trying to get things coordinated here. Here we go. Let's see what we got going on. Trying to get over to my channel so I can actually see this live stream, so I can see the comments. Yes. Okay, here we go.
Oh, you moved it again.
I can see this live stream so I can see the comments.
No, there. Yeah.
Oh, yes. M3. Yeah.
Who's back here?
Her. Crazy lady. Kyle, who's back here screaming? We all are. Hold on a second. Let me pause this. Kyle, who's back here screaming? We all are. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm getting too much feedback here. Hold on. Come on. Hold on a second. Turn down the volume all the way on my tablet here. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can make this thing small. So I can see all of the comments. It's not working here. It's weird. My tablet's not working right. What? No, I don't know. She's been going like all day. Yeah. What's that? Secret? No, I don't. Okay, let's see here. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, guys. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. See live chat here. All right, now let me test this out and see if the live chat is working. Come on. My tablet's running a little slow. T-E-S-T test. Let's see if that works. Okay, cool. All right, so we got the comments going on here. Well, not really been a whole bunch of crazy happening here. I joined an advocacy group for the homeless here in Missoula, and we're just kind of getting started. We've been out here. The group has been active for about 6 months now. It's about 6 months we've been active out here, and mostly what we've been doing is when the PD come in and do these sweeps and knock down all these tents and throw everybody's stuff away, we kind of get out there and start recording and get all this, as much information as we possibly can, and then submit it off to the city council. But apparently there really hasn't been. It's like nobody gives a shit, you know. Nobody. The city council, along with nobody cares about the hardships that the homeless are going through. It's not a question of whether these people are. There's a lot of people out here who don't want to be out here, but are financially strapped, or they don't have adequate resources, that kind of thing. So, the biggest problem that all of us have is that we don't have a foundation, and this place that I'm in right now doesn't even supply it either, because you can't maintain your life living here. What happens is in the morning. Now, you guys might think this is frivolous shit, but it becomes a serious matter every single fucking day. And that's where, when you wake up in the morning, you have to pack up your bed. See this right here? This is my bed right here. You have to pack up your bed. You can't keep any large amount of belongings here. You have to pack everything up, stick it back in your car, and then apparently go out and try to exist with all your stuff still in your car. So in essence, this place, all the shelters around here, pretty much, they still don't give you a foundation where you can keep your stuff and you can pop a squat and you can stay put and go out and try to get a job and not worry about your stuff getting stolen or ripped off or anything of that nature. So nothing's being solved. They think they're solving shit, but they're not. They're not solving anything. They're catering to the city council and the Poverellas catering to the city council and the people of the community, and aren't doing anything to try to solve any problems. Because if they wanted to really try solving problems, they'd listen to what we wanted, and that would be it. You know, there's a lot of us out here who are trying to do something. And I mean, here, let me turn the camera around. I just got out of a 3-day out because I didn't pick up my bed, and I didn't aim this camera a little bit better. I'm always getting kicked out, not because I create problems or I'm a person, or I'm always getting kicked out of this place for days because of my stuff, because I have too much stuff in here that I need to have to live. And I'll let me switch the camera around. I'm going to show this around so you guys see this. Okay. Now, obviously, you can see they've got more stuff than I've got. That guy right there has more stuff than I got. Of course, he's in a wheelchair, so that's kind of acceptable. You see that guy's got more stuff than I've got. And you can look around here and look way and back, and you can look up against the walls. And I get kicked out because of the stuff I have, and my stuff is just half of what they've got right there. And I'm absolutely I feel like I'm getting targeted. There's a few other people here that are targeted too. And so it's not beneficial. I had to spend 3 days out in the cold. I have my trailer that's parked around the corner here because their asses won't let me park it in the fucking parking lot. Isn't that stupid? The first time I got kicked out of here for 3 days because I pulled my trailer that has all my stuff in it. You guys know, has all my stuff in it into the parking lot, but we can't apparently park the trailer. People can't park their RVs or anything in the parking lot when they've got a huge motherfucking parking lot to solve the problem, to solve these problems, to get people off the street and off the street away from the public. See, these people that live around here don't like us, the homeless, parking our cars on the street or parking RVs in front of their houses. It's kind of a fucking no-brainer. But when we look out here and we see this huge, massive parking lot and they still won't allow us to park on there, it's fucking stupid. And so I got a 3-day out for that. And then after that, I got I got a 7-day out because I brought my tools in here so that way they could warm up and I could charge them up. Now, I've got 12 cordless batteries. Now, trying to replace all that every single fucking summer is kind of stupid. All right, so I brought those in to charge up and to warm up so that way they're not sitting in my car. They've already been sitting in my car for like 2 or 3 fucking weeks. So I brought those in, and because I had those in here sitting next to my bed, I got 7 days out. So, I don't have any money. So, So then just the other day, I got, now in the mornings, they have a cleanup crew. Now, let me turn this around so you guys can understand where I'm coming from on this. All right. Now, if you look closely down the street here, Okay, these are all our residents right now. Okay, it's kind of hard to build up credit when we got to pick up our stuff and move every damn day. We're not going to get any. Okay, but anyways, if you look down the middle, okay, the floor normally has to be swept and clean every morning. The thing is that you can see along the walls, you have a lot of people who are already parked up against the walls, and that's where they like to be. All right. Now, most of the people who are up against the walls really don't need to move their beds. They don't have to pack them up. They don't have to pack their shit up and get out of the building. They don't have to do that because they're out of the way. Now, everybody else, like such as me right now, we probably should pick up our mats, pick up our clothes, pick up our bedding, and get it out of the way so that way the moppers and the sweepers can come through. Now, that's kind of a no-brainer. But the people who are along the walls, obviously, really don't need to do that. Especially if you're a clean person and you pick up your stuff and you ain't got wrappers and food and all that crap along the walls. You really don't have to pick your shit up. And that's kind of a no-brainer too. That's reasonable. That's common sense. And we all know that common sense is that sense where no other sense makes any sense. All right. So that's all kind of common sense. People along the walls really don't need to pick their shit up. It's kind of, that's a no-brainer. Now, from where I used to be, way back there, you see that guy sitting there? Okay, my bed used to be back there in the corner, all right? And before it was here, where it's at now. My bed was way back there in the corner. I kept it clean. I kept the floor clean. I kept everything clean. I had my food back there because, you got to goddamn eat out here. I had my blankets. I had my pillows. I had my stuff like that because, you got to have some fucking comfort because if you ain't got comfort, then you go goddamn insane and start beating people up. Okay, so now, then I also had my tools. I had some of my tools in here because they need to stay warm, so I'm not having to go out and spend $400 fucking every goddamn summer to replace the shit that I couldn't bring into the fucking shelter or put anywhere else so they could stay warm. So I had some of my tools in here, and so that way they'd stay warm. That's kind of common sense. I don't think I need to fucking explain that shit again. So now. So then I get kicked out for 3 days because I didn't pick my bed up. There's no need for me to pick my bed up. There really is no need for it. It's kind of, makes sense. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to everybody else. When I told everybody else that I was getting kicked out for 3 days, you know what they said? What the fuck? But why? Why are they kicking you out? That doesn't make any sense. That's stupid. We see it's not the only thing. That's not the only thing. There are people getting kicked out of here for frivolous, stupid shit. Now, the thing, there's another issue that's going on, and some of us are looking into it, that even though that this is a shelter, and for the past 4 years, up until this year, it was classified as a temporary shelter. Now, legally speaking, it's a temporary shelter because it's only open for certain times of the year. Now, the legal terminology, I'm talking about looking at Black Law's dictionary and all that kind of fancy shit. A temporary shelter obviously is open towards certain periods of the time of the year. Not a temporary shelter on the grounds that you only be there for a few hours every day. No. It's the time scale of the months of the year that it's open. Now, this place has now received enough funding to the point to where they're going to be open for an entire year. Now, then that changed where they got enough funding for 3 years. So now this building that I'm sitting in right now is going to be open for 3 years, which means that it takes the context of the temporary shelter terminology and puts it into housing, which we're thinking, looking at the housing. Looking at the housing stipulations and the policies behind housing, that would mean that you can't be kicked out of your property, of the property that you're in. Now, we don't pay rent here, but if they're receiving funding off of our Social Security numbers, then yeah, we become the creditors. and they become the debtors. So, which would mean that they become the landlords and we become the tenants, which would then fit into the curriculum of we can't get kicked out for 24 hours, 3 days, 30 days. You can't do that without giving any one of us an ample eviction notice. Thunder Divine. What's going on, Thunder? What's going on, man? Man, I haven't seen you in forever. Whoa. I got good news here coming up, and I'll let you know, man. This is pretty neat. But so we're actually looking into the legalities of that, because there's a lot of people here who are getting sick and tired of having to live out of backpacks. They want to grow their life. They want to have a foundation so that way they can go out and get jobs, come back to a stable place that their shit isn't getting lost. They're not getting sweeps from the city. They're not getting kicked out. You know, if people stay put, if you can create a foundation for people where they can stay put, they progress. It's kind of a no-brainer. And if you don't believe in that kind of shit, you're fucking dumb. You're just stupid. People have to have a foundation so they can branch themselves out. Now, Bob G, yeah. Now you're talking government stuff. Well, I've been into the government stuff for about 7-8 years now. So, yeah, Thunder, that's kind of cool. I haven't been able to actually get in and start looking around on everybody's channel. I've been so dang preoccupied with all this crap that's going on around us. I'm part of an advocacy group. On the 9th and 10th of this coming month, I'm going up to Helena, Montana, and I'm going to speak at the Policy and Leadership Institute. So I'm going to have to clean myself up, and I'm going to be going up there and probably joining a few groups up there to talk about the homeless life here in Missoula. Tell them about what the problems that we're having, and it's not being solved by city legislation. You know, the city and all these organizations are not helping. I mean, they might give us a warm place to stay, but their policies and their stipulations, and if you can't, they intentionally, I mean, it's like they got a fucking piece of shit think tank that sits back and watches how the homeless operate and intentionally creates problems for them to make this type of lifestyle a pain in the ass. And it really shouldn't be. You know, if you're homeless and you ain't got the fucking bills of paying rent and shit, and you don't have all these other kind of bills, then, you know, life should be easier. Don't you think? It should be fucking easier. But these bitch asses motherfuckers who come in here, and it's like they sit around, they try to intentionally create problems for people, make you pick your shit up. You can't keep anything in the fucking building. You have to pack all your shit in your fucking car or your truck or your van. And then there's, 80% of the people, no, I should say 90% of the people in this place don't have vehicles. So they have to pack their shit up on their back and have fucking suitcases and crap and haul this shit around the fucking community. They can't leave it here. I don't see why the fuck not leave it here. Why not just leave it here? Let everybody clean the fucking floor, and then bring everybody back in onto the floor. You'll see that earlier on in this video. And it's really stupid. It's like, and there's so many other things behind this that these people are just they don't help. How long to okay. Hello, T-Man. You still pulling all the hot girls in there with free cigs? well, no, I've kind of stopped that. I try to get some hotties on here. See if there's any hotties around here pulling some of these hot chicks and get on live stream with me. Very good. I remember you when you were in the papers. Oh yeah, yep. How's everyone? J Money, how's everyone? And how's things been, bro? Miss seeing your awesome builds. Yeah, thanks, Money. I'd really like to start building stuff up and everything, and I'm trying to find a fucking goddamn foundation where I don't have to pack my shit up and keep goddamn moving all over the fucking place. But it's like all these assistance programs want you to sign up with their fucking program so it can give you assistance. And if you don't want that assistance and you want to find some place to fucking pop a squat somewhere, the city doesn't let you do it. You know, I mean, it's like they intentionally don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to be a productive citizen of society unless you sign some fucking contract with some with some housing development program or some apartment complex. It's like it's really fucking stupid. I mean, there's this idea of the land of the free is fucking bullshit, you know. I mean, this is Montana, for Christ's sake, and people bitch about all the tents. Well, you know, it's a fucking tent goddamn fucking state. It's a camping state. That's what it is. That's what it's always been known as. And you can't put your fucking tent up. You can't camp anywhere. You can't live anywhere in a tent somewhere. It's pretty stupid. It's really fucking dumb. I don't know who came up with this policy shit, but they obviously lived their life in a little box of fucking reality and never ventured out and been anybody in the world. They probably didn't do anything fucking substantial or tested their reserve to show how far they could go or what's truly right and what's really wrong. Yeah, that's right, Bob G. Well, like you said, with the SSI number and them feeding off it, sounds legit. Yeah, that's right. You can't get any assistance programs whatsoever unless you give them your social security number. Well, what do you need that for? I'll just give you some fucking 9-digit number. You don't need to fucking collateralize some goddamn trust that my mom signed me up for, so that way your ass can turn around and receive federal funding. How about you just fucking do it? Just do it. You know, I got somebody coming up to me and asking me for a cigarette. Well, I've got plenty. So maybe I'll give you a cigarette, and there's no obligation for fucking shit behind it. Well, you know something? There's some fucking property outside of town here. You could pop up fucking 10 tiny houses and just do it for goddamn free because you got plenty. Why is it that I understand this shit, but these people don't? Yeah, that's right, Jake. Yeah. It's really pathetic. And this shit is getting, I mean, after COVID, and I was out here, I was telling everybody this homeless problem is going to get worse. The homeless problem is going to get worse in this town. And people are like, oh, well, you know, I mean, people just, I'm sure things are going to work out, blah, blah, blah. No, it is not. You people need to I mean, it's like these people don't study civics. You look at our country as it is right now, and you look back at the 1920s. What the hell was happening back in the 1920s? The same shit that is happening now. Look back. There's all sorts of YouTube video that talks about the history of the United States. Go back to the 1920s and see how people were living back then, and then apply it to now. The only difference between the living standards from then to now is that now we have all these government fucking programs to offer free fucking assistance to all these people. That's the only difference. When it comes down to, if you look at the financing, how much a house costed back then compared to a house now. A house back then might have costed you what they say was $6,300 for a 2-bedroom single family house. It was about $6,300. Okay, back then. If we were to stick with the build of inflation, if we stuck with the cost of inflation, that house back then would cost today about $86,000. But it don't. A house like that now is like $250,000. It's got a massive more hike up behind it. So technically, we are living under worse conditions, worse financial income now than we were back in the 1920s. It's just the only difference is that our living standard is different because we have all these fucking government programs and all of this federal funding and shit. That's the only difference there is. It is a system that is set up to get everybody dependent on the government. You can't go anywhere unless you fucking join up with the government. You can't go anywhere unless you sign up to our fucking program. You can't do anything with your life unless you fucking give us your social security number. You can't do anything in your life unless you decide, unless you pull your ass out of your own situation and go along with what we say your life should be. You need to live life the way we tell you to. Because if you don't, then we're just going to make it a pain in the ass for you. We're going to fucking make you keep moving around. We're going to fine your ass. We're going to keep fucking throwing you in jail. What does cheap land go for there? Oh, Bob. Well, the cheapest land that I've come across up here is about $45,000 an acre. An acre. And that's shit that's up on the fucking mountain. That's at a 45-degree pitch. It's way too damn expensive up here. And you might be able to luck out and come across some like swamp BLM land, but the moment you try to build on that, they like fucking shut your ass down because you're in swamp land and the floodplain becomes an issue and you can't build on it. So you end up blowing all your fucking money for nothing. And you can't go up in the mountains because then it becomes a fire hazard or some other bullshit. What does cheap land go for there? Okay, not just that town. Rent everywhere is ridiculous. Yeah, that's right, Schultz. Yeah, that's right, Schultz. B. Schultz. Brian, is that you? Yeah. Where you been? Looks like a shelter. Yeah, I'm in a shelter right now. Yeah, I'm in a shelter right now. It's the same shelter that I've been in for the past 4 years. B. Schultz, you're right about that, right? In Michigan. Oh, ML is ridiculous. ML, that's yeah, that's Michigan, I think. Is it Minnesota? Shit, I can't think. MI is Minnesota? I can't remember. Fuck. I used to know all the states, but yeah, it's yeah. I mean, here you can't even get yourself out of being homeless by working a job. I've been working for the same guy for 4 years, trying to save up money. And I can't seem to get past that $200 entrance, indoctrination amount. I'll save up about $200, and all of a sudden, boom! I blow a tire, or I need to get my my power steering fixed, or something. So something happens where I have to spend the money, so I can't save up any money past $200. It's fucking ridiculous. It's horrible. Oh, that reminds me. If you look down in the description, you guys, I got my PayPal, and I think I have my Cash App that's listed in there too. So if you guys want to help me out, that would be super awesome. But if you can't, that's cool. At least you came in and joined up with the live stream. But yeah, I mean, here, an efficiency apartment, like a studio apartment is going to cost you almost $1,400. $1,400. Now that means, all right, that's just rent. Sometimes you might get internet, you might get water, you might get sewage, all that kind of stuff, and garbage accepted in that amount. But you now have the cost of your car insurance. You got the cost of fuel, food. You have all these other costs that are outside of your rent or your mortgage. So you really can't even live that way unless you get on some government program. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I mean, they've taken these shitheads who make this policy are skyrocketing these rents everywhere is Andy. No. So it's causing. Well, I shouldn't have to explain it. I mean, you guys know. I mean, if you're here in the United States, you know what's going on. But I'm sure it's happening everywhere. The COVID fucked over everybody. We're starting to see we're starting to reciprocate all the shit that apparently is screwing up. Earl's life. What's going on, Earl? Yeah, 2-bedroom fixer-upper in L-Town. Lamar's asking 180,000. Whoa. Jesus. God. Yeah, you can't. You know, once you become homeless, at least here in Missoula, once you become homeless, you're stuck. The only way you can get out of being homeless is if and nobody's focusing on this shit. Everybody's turning to the city council and asking the city council for help, and the city council won't fucking help. They just don't. They just. We come in there and we bitch about the fucking bad shit that's happening to us out here on the streets, and nothing is done about it. They don't fix the fucking problem. This is one problem they need to fix. They have these complaint forms. So if somebody is in their car and they're stranded in their car, they're fucking sleeping in their car, and they park someplace on the streets, okay? Let's say they go park on a over on an industrial road. They have on their website this complaint form. You can make a complaint on somebody completely anonymously. And then you got PD who show up out there, or code enforcement who go out there and start bitching and barking at you. They turn around and they say, well, we've received complaints. Well, from who? Who complained that we were out here? Or did you just fucking drive by and see it? So what I'm trying to fucking work on right now is setting up a system to submit off to city council where it makes it a pain in the ass to fill out a complaint form. If you want a complaint form, you want to complain about these homeless people that are sitting outside and they fucking have nowhere else to go and they have to camp out in this fucking gravel parking lot out here. Well, then what you got to do is you got to type up your complaint. You got to go down and get it notarized. And on top of that, you have to have a witness, a secondary witness, who also attests to the validity of the information you got on your complaint. You have to make those complaints a pain in the ass, because that will make it so that way we don't have to keep fucking skipping around every 3 or 4 days. It becomes a deterrent to being a complainer. Yeah, it's not going to work because you're always on someone else's property. That's because we have to move to that property. You're always on somebody else's property because you have to move to it, because you're always getting kicked off of the past property. They won't always make it inconvenient. That's not the goal. Well, it is the goal. That's what ultimately has been happening. I mean, we find a nice place to camp out and sit. I'm doing a live stream, and we turn around. We have a camp, and everything's going good. People are going out and they're bringing in fucking, applications. They're getting ready to fill it out, and the next thing you know, you're getting code enforcement pounding on your fucking tent, telling you to pack your shit up and go. So now you're gonna pack all your crap up and you gotta move off to some other place. You lose a damn application. You don't have a regular you don't have anything like that. So the constant moving around is a massive problem. Yeah, if you complain, they'll shut the office down. Well, that's what you think. Yeah. But that's
2 cents.
No.
Okay.
No. I'm doing this. This is on my own YouTube channel.
I know
man.
that. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Because I got 2 cents that might fit in there.
Right. Yeah, I know. Everybody wants to be on live stream and tell their own stories, and then it gets to be a problem. The unfortunate thing is anyone can complain at any time without a form. They just say suspicious, or they are concerned that that's all it takes. Yeah, that's right. Yep. McNifty. Yeah, that's right. I mean, what they need to do is if they're gonna complain, then say, well, did you try to solve the problem yourself? See, when you go in, and let's say I want to go in, I want to find, let's say I want to fill out a grievance report on the Poverello, okay? They have an administrative process that if you fill out the complaint form, they will then take that complaint form, submit it off to the supervisors. The supervisors then evaluate it, so they try to handle it in-house before it goes anywhere else, okay? In the situation of when complaints start coming in, they should make it, well, did you contact and go out and talk to this person before you complained about them being there? No, none of that shit's on any of these complaint forms. None of this has anything. It doesn't give the property owner or even the city the chance to go out and say, well, you know, we did talk to this guy or we did talk to this couple, and they're only out here for, they plan on only being on the property for about a month, which is okay as long as they keep it clean. We went over there and we chit-chatted with them. They seem to be pretty decent people. They don't seem to be crazy, or they don't seem to be talking to themselves or talking to dirt or eating dirt. You know, they seem to be pretty sane people. So maybe, just maybe, they, you know, they get, they're just in a hardship right now. They need some place to pop a squat, have a foundation, and then they can go out and, you know, maybe make life better for themselves. Not just automatically turn around and say, oh, well, I got these people on my property and I don't want them on there. Bing, and they come and flush them out. I mean, that's too bad, because sometimes these people that you kick off your property are people who can fucking ultimately turn around and help your life out. You know? The unfortunate thing is anyone can complain at any time. Oh, yeah, okay. My father is rich. I would buy a lot of land and just create a sanctuary. Yeah, there is still none that I know that exists like Walking Dead, only in the movies. Right. Yeah. My father is not that. Was goofy voice wrong. Stay up, brother. It is rough. Yeah. Oh, I know. I've been out here for 4 years already, you know, and I see all these fucking problems. These dumbass fucking people just do not want to fix anything. They want to keep the homeless and keep a constant irritation on them. I don't know why. You obviously know that when you're dead and you're standing in front of God, he's not going to give your ass thumbs up. He's not going to sit there and say, wow, you really did help these people out, didn't you? You got this job because at one time in your life you were a fucking junkie, and you need some type of rejuvenation, you need some form of redemption. So you decide to get a job working with the homeless and working with the mentally ill, and here you are intentionally pissing them off. You know, shit. Sometimes I really wish I was smart. You guys know that if I had the funding, if I had the funding and the resources, you know, I could turn this shit around. You know, I could show these motherfuckers how they should be doing this stuff. I've already been out here for 4 years already. I know the people I would pull into on my property. I know the people that I would bring in and get jobs, make them do specific work, and I know the people. I know the people who could take a camp and turn it into something so fucking awesome that everybody would be like, well, shit, you know, look at this guy out here. Look at what they've done with their camp. This guy has taken these homeless people and turned them into some seriously fucking cool people. He's turned their entire lives around. They got an entire town of people who used to be homeless, and now they're actually contributing. They've got like a little factory out there. They're producing fucking jewelry. They're doing clothing. They're doing all their own shit out there. You are smart, just at a different level. I think outside the box, you know. I try to find different venues and different avenues to achieve this same outcome. And, you know, apparently people don't believe in it. I mean, some people do. You guys do. A lot of my subscribers do. You guys have seen the shit I can do. Some of the stuff that I can achieve. Sometimes I can't really achieve it myself, and that's when I have to turn around and ask you guys for help. But you see, that's the thing. I don't want to turn to public assistance for help. I'd much rather be asking you guys, because you guys are private help. You're private help. I'm not turning around and filling out applications to take your taxes. I'm not doing that. I turn to people privately and ask for them for help. That's the difference between what I do. Remember Anodyne Alley? Yes, I do, Schultz. Yes, I do, Schultz. Yep. Yeah, that's right, Mac. Yeah. See, that's and so some people I get flack for when I turn around and ask for donations or people to help me out. You're just panhandling publicly, and I was like, not really. Well, yeah, I guess you probably could say that. But I'm not like standing on the street corner. I've never done that, you guys. I've never stood on a street corner and flown a sign asking for money. Never done that. I always go out and I work and I try to make money, or I give people rides with my car. And that's another thing that's going to become a pain in the ass. Now that I have to turn around and pack all my stuff up and stick it back on, stick everything in my car. Now that's going to inhibit me from giving people a. Do it. I just had Kyle. He's the building supervisor on this shift. Come by. I was like, we're gonna photobomb you and we're gonna start twerking on your video. You're right, brother, and you're earning your keep right now, and I don't know if you're making anything, but it's worth it, and still a living. Yeah. I try to use all my resources, everything I possibly can to earn money. I don't want to steal it. There have been like maybe one or two things that I've had that I never really used, so I went and pawned them. Actually, I sold them. But they were some tools and crap that I never used. That's about it. And then working with my boss Steve, we'll go out in the summers. We build decks. We do decking. Go out and build and fix decks. And then in the wintertime, like kind of like this, we'll go out and do like simple handyman stuff, like swap out sinks, build countertops and stuff like that. So I've gone from doing the steel fabrication to wood. And man, I tell you, sometimes sometimes my boss gets really mad at me because I start getting too meticulous trying to piece all this stuff together, because my mindset for like the past 18 years, you guys, has been set in this mindset where I'm building a machine. The thing I'm building is going to be going 30 miles an hour down the street. So everything that I put together and weld together needs to fit. I can't have any collision issues. I can't have any vibration issues. So my measurements and everything need to be good. And there's a lot of times when we're out there, we're working with decks and stuff. We have to put boards together and stuff. And I'm measuring stuff out, and I will start getting down into like the 16ths and stuff. And just cut it. Just grab it, cut it. My mind is too set into the meticulous. I can't think of the word right now. I start to become too meticulous at it. I got to duck out. T-Man, be cool. Till next time. Good seeing you again. All right, Bob G. All right, thanks for stopping in, man. Thumbs up the video, guys. Thumbs up the video before you go. That's why metal men are better than wood men, because the wood is soft. Good point. Yeah. But like I said before, on the 9th and 10th of this coming month, I'm going to be going up to Helena and speaking about joining groups where they're having a big convention up there. and I'm going to be going up there and maybe speaking. I don't really know. I think it's going to be like we're going to be setting up groups of people who are going to express and talk about the problems and a lot of problems that are happening in the state, because they're wanting, our group is wanting only like 3 or 4 of us homeless to go, and you got to be homeless. You can't be in a house working with the homeless, because that's not really apply, because when you're living in a house you really don't know what it's like to be homeless, even though you might have been homeless last month or 2 months ago. That might apply, but if you've been in your house for 6 months or a year, you've literally forgot what it's like to be homeless. You don't know how cold your hands are every morning. You wake up and your eyes are all crusty, you're coughing, and I mean, you guys can't really see it now, but I've got this rash that goes across my cheeks from the cold. It's I'm getting all these blemishes, and I'm breaking out and stuff on my skin because there's not enough adequate wash anywhere. Our showers out here are all frozen, so they haven't had any showers operating, and there's only 3 showers catering to 175 people in this building. Obviously, that's not going to work. Try doing the math on that one. And on top of that, they only allow the showers to be open for 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, try that. Each person who signs up for a shower only gets a shower for like 20 minutes, and that's not even enough. Jesus Christ, I can't even take my clothes off in 20 minutes. Well, I can, if I'm engaging in other activities, but But anyways, it's and they're coming in with new bathrooms, I think, or whatever, or what the heck they're doing right now. I mean, the building ended up getting $180,000 grant money or something like that to be pumped into this building, and it's horrible. Now, there's another issue that's going on now that's also happening. In Idaho, there was a Supreme Court ruling that stated that you cannot criminalize the homeless. Now, our cities, and all these cities around here, are pissed off because the Supreme Court did that. And it's been causing a lot of the homeless people to just pretty much pop a squat in a nice, decent, safe place where they feel comfortable. Hi. What you doing? Come on. Come on. What's? This is Coda. She sometimes sneaks away from her master and comes over here sometimes. Technically, she goes around looking for food. Isn't that right? You go around looking for food, don't you? Don't you? Oh, you're gonna come over on my bed, huh? I see. Yeah, she goes walking around and go back to Daddy. Go. So we got another dog that's back there. Her name is Carmelita. See her?
Now he's in the park at it.
Yeah.
Oh, she's checking her food. That's why she goes back over there?
Yeah.
Oh. Coda, this dog here, this belongs to a guy named Chris, and he's probably sleeping because that's the only time she ever sneaks away. And then this is Carmelita, and that's Justin's dog. Is it yummy? We have about 8 dogs. 8 dogs in here. And they all vary from like puppies to larger dogs like this. Oh, Jane went, well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to the family. I haven't talked to the kids in 4 years. I mean, every once in a while I'll talk to Crystal, but that's about it. Other than that, they have absolutely no interest in knowing about me or anything. Every once in a while, they'll, Crystal will text me, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, well, I got this and this kind of thing going on, and that's as far as it goes. So there's none of this, well, I've been talking to the kids, and they kind of want to meet up with you. They kind of want to talk, and, there's none of that, because she's not that type of person. She's not the type of person to fix anything. She doesn't want to, she's not going to, she's not going to encourage the family to get back together, because she grew up without a dad, because her mom had this stupid sexist pride thing that I don't need a man in my life, and it just fucked over her whole fucking family. I mean, you can see that. Everybody in her family's in prison or in jail, or none of them can keep their men. It's one big fucking dysfunctional goddamn situation. And then once I stepped in, and I brought her out of that kind of lifestyle to have a lifestyle with a guy who was dedicated. I never cheated on her, or never fucking put her down in public or anything like that. Never did any of that kind of shit. But it was just like all of a sudden.
Are you on one?
No, I'm on live stream.
Oh shit! All right.
Oh.
Well. When you're done, can you give me a ride? I've got money.
Yeah, probably could.
All
I mean,
right,
we're at 9:14 now, so I'll probably shut this down probably about 15-20 minutes, because they shut lights down.
Yeah, take your time, bro.
Okay.
Take your time, bro.
Alrighty. Right on. And so once she connected with me, and once we, I got her pulled out of that kind of lifestyle, and she now had a lifestyle with kids. She had a man. She had a career. She has a house. She's got property. She now has a life of dignity. Then this whole situation between us and the constant disrespect of the things that I wanted with the kids and everything, and she just kind of decided to take over everything, and then that kind of disrespected me, and we got in a big fight, and now I'm out of the house, and apparently having a good guy in your life when you come from a dysfunctional, fucked up lifestyle growing up, that's obviously your comfort zone. That's where you want to be. You want to be, in a house that's dysfunctional and fucking problems all the time, and you always got to take everybody to the fucking. You're receiving federal funding for this and state funding for that, and apparently that was her comfort zone. And I unfortunately tried to pull her away from that, so that way she could have that dignity in life where you won't have to have that kind of shit. But apparently she wanted to be on it, and she wants to be part of that kind of lifestyle. I never did. I didn't want to. I don't encourage broken home lifestyles. I don't encourage that, because I came from one. I know what the outcome is. I've seen it. I've seen hundreds of fucking families, people getting divorces, because most of the time it's not really because of the men. It's because of the women. Women file 85 or 95% of all the divorce paperwork in the United States. It's documented. I think it's 95, I mean 94, something like that. But it's a huge amount. Women are filing for divorce more than men do, and it's not because men aren't fucking living up to the standards. It's because women think that they can find something better, and they don't. They don't. It's easy, you know. They'd much rather not have a life of dignity with a man and children and have a curriculum of a family that equates out to being the basic standards for the past 2,000 years, to living a life where you're getting government funding to support your kids and then turning your back on your kids and letting the internet raise your kids. And now your kids have all these fucking psychological and psychological problems and dysfunctional social problems that they can't fucking deal with regular society. Now you got to get them signed up to other fucking government programs because they can't fuck around. They can't function in society. And who created that? It wasn't the dad. The dad was pushed out of the fucking family. Every single one of these dads I've ever known are kicked out of the family, pulled away from the family. I've met maybe 2 people, even being out here in the homeless in my life, where the problem was the girl they had to get her out because she was a drunk, and the dad got the kids. Other than that, it's all the moms pushing all these men out of their lives and then getting government funding, having the state come in or the Fed come in and be daddy. Because the government, as it is, caters to the weak. That's what it does. That's why the government is set up and it caters to the weak and the pathetic. That's why so many people turn to the fucking government for help, because they can't deal with their own problems. They can't function in their own life set. You always have to chase after some other. No, I don't have any. Yeah. No smokes. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I know.
Hopefully I wasn't able to teach something too important.
Oh no.
All right.
So, I mean, that's a paramount thing. Government caters to the weak. Everybody knows that. You just look at everybody. The people who, what is it? The congressional record, the 73rd congressional record of 1933 or something like that. It was the congressional record where they set up the welfare state. And even Congress in there says that how can people ask for our help when it's ask us to support them when we need them to support us? That's how it works. You know, the government functions off of the support of the people. But when the people turn around and they want the government to take care of them, even in the congressional record, it says that we're going to have to set this up in a situation because the people are incompetent to handle their own affairs. It says right in the damn congressional record. I gotta get it again because I read it once and I was like, holy shit! And I knew I should have, like, of course I don't have my computer, so I can't screen capture it and then so I can prove it right here, you know, and show it on the screen here. But yeah, it does say that. It does say that people are incompetent. When you have to turn to the government, you're incompetent to handle your own affairs. And that's like, I don't like that. Because there's a difference between requesting federal funding and private funding. There's a difference. I focus on private funding, because private funding, you're not reliant. If I'm giving somebody money, I'm not relying upon whatever their damn credit score is. I'm relying upon knowing that this person that I'm about to give $200,000 to, or $500,000, or $750,000, I know that this person, this human being, has the credentials, is good enough of a person, and has enough resources to get shit done to make sure that these funds are going to be used. Whether they pay me back or not, fine, whatever. If you can't, fine. But I want to make sure that you're going to use this $700,000 for something decent and to fix a problem. Ray's Fab Shop. What's going on, Ray? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? That's cool. That's cool. I haven't had a chance. I haven't been going around and checking out anybody's channels in a long time or nothing. I've been too caught up in doing my own shit. It's going all right. I mean, it's there's constant pain in the asses on a daily basis. You know, you can, you know, I should be worried about the pain in the asses. I should be worrying about should be like, okay, how am I going to pay my electricity this month? How am I going to fix this tire? But instead, my pain in the ass is on a daily fucking basis is packing my shit up, sticking it in my car, and then driving someplace and then hanging out for like an hour and then coming back, checking back in so that way I've got an adequate sleeping spot at night. You know, all these stupid little bullshit things that you have to focus on every single damn day. You shouldn't have to. You should be able to just, okay, this is where I'm going to stay. This is my spot. This is where it's going to stay. We're going to go fucking out, and I got to go out and do some stuff. No winter work? No winter work at all. We went out and we installed a new bathroom for this guy down in Stevensville. He had we tore out his old shower / bathtub thing, and then we put up a whole new stand-up shower and put in bracing, handlebar, you know, all this other kind of stuff. We did that just recently, and then we painted the ceiling and the walls. That's the most recent thing we did, and that was about 4 or 5 days worth of work right there. J Money, I'm here for you, bro. Stay strong, keep fighting. Are going to be sent you. Prayers are going to be sent to you. I hope so. Yeah, J Money. I need all the prayers I can get. But I need money more. Of course, it always happens. This is the time of year everything goes low. Work drops. God, we just had this massive cold spell that came through here. Just horrible. It was like half a cigarette weather. You go outside and you have half a cigarette and you come running back inside. Yeah. Oh, man. We had, what was it? For almost a week there, we had the temperatures drop below, I think it was like negative 14 degrees outside. Now, when and believe it or not, there's people, and then during the daytime, it's probably like 15 degrees outside during the day, and they're still kicking people out of here because somebody might pass out, or somebody might not pick up their bedroll, or some type of shit happens or something like that, and the staff comes up and kicks them out. See, the funny thing is that most of the staff won't kick somebody out unless they first contact the supervisors. And then the supervisors will say, yeah. So obviously all the supervisors need to be replaced. Because these son of a bitches make so much fucking money. They are all probably just swimming in the fucking money. And they honestly think that because they get paid more, that makes them better people. I don't know about that one. Most people out there think that because they've got the job and the position that they have, it's because that makes their it makes them better than everybody else. Their experience makes them better than everybody else, and that is not the case at all. We have the building yesterday got shut down. They kicked everybody out. This building that I'm in. They kicked everybody out for almost 8 hours because they were going to bring in a demolition group because they're tearing down a section of the building outside. Now, I don't know about you, but as far as I'm concerned, if you have a building filled with men who have done fucking labor work, you probably could give them a bunch of goddamn hammers and some sledgehammers and some pry bars and have them go to town on that building outside, and that motherfucking thing would be done in 4 hours. We've got 187 people in this building when it's full. 90% of them were men. And I'm pretty sure some of these guys have some aggression, and going out there and tearing the shit out of that building will be some seriously good anger management. Isn't it right, puppy? Yeah, I know. She's just sitting there watching.
She's like, I want to be on live stream too. I like the live stream.
All right. Can you fight? Yeah. She wants to play. No, I'm not going to play. Yeah, I know. What? No, I'm not playing. I don't want to play. I've got this weird association with all the dogs around here. I can be like walking down the building. I can be walking out the building and stuff, and all the kids are all the dogs like want to go outside and play. What? Some people do. Some people, they do kick out during the storms, during the winter storms. Yeah, some people do get kicked out during the winter storms. But those people are the real bad ones. They're the real bad ones who should be out there because they're way too drunk, or they are just way too belligerent, or they're just going around and they're threatening staff. They're pulling out knives and shit. Yeah. Those are the people who do get kicked out when it's storming out. And then once they go out of the building, then they call the cops, and the cops come and pick them up. So it's better to actually have them sit in a jail cell than to be outside in the cold. T-Man streams once a year. Not quite. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to get more active on my live streams and more active. And yeah. One good thing is that, well, I don't know. I don't know how far that's going to go. But yeah, there's something else. There's something else that I've been coming across in this contract. See, because I've been trying to find certain information. See, this right here is the contract to the Poverello, to this establishment that the Poverello has between the city and the Poverello. Now, there's certain things in here that I'm trying to find, and I can't find them. There's all sorts of crap. There's this contract, and the duties of the parties have been done in such a half-assed manner. And this contract right here covers $780,000. $780,000 offered off to the Poverello to open this building up for 1 year. For 1 year. But now, apparently, we're trying to go for 3 years. And I think we've got enough funding for 3 years, but it's not coming from the city, I don't think. Maybe the city has already done and allocated out that money or whatever. But they just got put in the. I mean, you guys can do a Google search right now. You can do a Google search for Missoula Poverello. And you'll see that recently, within the past few days, there was a report that was put out by the Missoulian. I think it was by the Missoulian. It might have been by the NBC News. But the Poverello received another $180,000 extra of private funding given to them to this place that they're investing into, like putting in showers and all this other kind of stuff. So they're working on certain things, which is a good thing. They're working on improving this place, but they're not working on improving the conduct of the staff and the rules that they impose on all the homeless here. I mean, some of these rules are so stupid, you wouldn't even apply them at your own home. You wouldn't even apply them to your own kids. It's just... Man. if you're not going to apply the rules that are all to your own kids, then you shouldn't be applying them on to homeless people. I mean, there's a stupid fucking mentality out here that homeless people are lower grade than everybody else. Well, then that would mean that people who live in apartments are lower grade than those people who have houses. And those who have houses are lower grade than those who have mansions. How does that make you feel? Do you feel like you're any lesser than those people? I sure the hell don't. Just because my living standard is different. Don't be looking down on me because I'm happy with the way I'm living. Or maybe I'm not happy with the way I'm living and I want to change it and I'm trying to, but we are prohibited from it happening. Unless you sign up with a program. Boys in the hood. Yep. Somebody went, T-Man, I have a suggestion for this channel. Change it to a life vlog so that you may add to your audience. I've thought about that, Ray, but the problem is that because of all the SEO that I have with this channel already, the search engine optimization, because of all my tags and everything like that, with all because I have 12 years of Go Kart tags on this channel, and then I turn it around and change it over to a life vlog type of channel. If anything, I might start another channel because I don't want to screw up the search engine optimization on this channel. I might do a video saying, okay, guys, I've started up a new channel. It's going to be a life vlog of living out here, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be called Missoula, but it's got to be a generalized search engine optimization to the point to where if I ever get put in the newspaper again, I'm going to tell people my YouTube channel and they're going to come in and see all the shit that I've got going on. Because I can do that. I've got connections at the Missoulian, at the what is it? There's another newspaper in town, or actually in Missoula. I've got NBC's contact information. I've got a network of people that are in the newspaper and the news industry that I could contact, but I just haven't done it yet because it's hard as hell trying to set up a foundation. Do a TikTok. I don't know. Only change the name. Well, yeah, but do shorts, maybe TikTok. I don't know. Start a new channel, make a TikTok for the homeless life. Yeah. Shorts is what gets views now. Yeah, maybe I should try that. T-Man and his Go Karts. Yeah, but unfortunately, all the Go Karts are gone. The only build that is left is the bike. The Batmobile's gone. That's destroyed. The full screen machine, that's destroyed. The Hyperion cart, Crystal got rid of that. Allie's Go Kart, she got rid of that. Cody's Go Kart, she got rid of that. 90% of all my tools in the shop are gone. Even that drill, even that tap and die set that you bought me, that's gone. Now, I don't know if she did it or she let her drug addict brother do it, but he did it. But he went in there and just fucking started tweaking out and started just getting rid of all my shit. I sold my mini John Deere build. Oh. Yeah, I remember that little John Deere. I consider doing an angry uncle channel. Yeah. Be angry and short. Do you do you eat the ducks? What? I don't understand that. Oh, that's right. He did have those little. Yeah, I remember seeing those little ducklings. Yeah, and the ducks died. Oh, damn. Oh. Well, they disappeared. Could they fly? Would they have like taken off with other ducks and it flew over? No, Ray. Ashley died like 2 months ago. She got really sick being outside. She never wanted to come inside because of the other cats. And her and Alice and Nova were the three kind of outside cats. Alice would go in and out, but Nova, yeah. Crystal told me that Ashley was sick, so I went out there and yeah, Ashley was our first kitty. She was our first cat. She was kind of a feral kitten when we first got her. And then we took care of her and she just started turning into a more of a domesticated animal. She used to meow really loud when she was little. But the more I played with her and stuff like that, the more she started getting more quiet, more playful, enjoyed herself more. Yeah. Yeah. Crystal sent me a picture of her when she died. Yeah. Yeah. When she told me she was sick, I went out there and I petted her. She was in the house by that time. Crystal brought her in the house and barricaded a little area off so the other cats wouldn't bug her, the other dogs. And I came in and I petted her and stuff, and she started purring a little bit. All the cats recognized me and stuff. You know, they didn't like, they came in and they're like all curious about me and everything, and they started smelling me and stuff, and they were like rubbing up against me and everything. You know, they miss me. You could see it. They miss me. So did Ashley. That kind of crap shouldn't come to an end when people are away. But people don't, you know, but obviously she doesn't, Crystal never thought of that kind of stuff. How many other life forms in the house are going to be affected with me not being there? But she wants to be an independent woman. I can do it all. I can handle it all myself. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to have a man in your life. That's the way it's been for fucking 10,000 goddamn years. All right, you guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I'm going to shut down this live stream because it is 9:40. And I'll probably do another live stream sometime this week, maybe, something like that. So if you guys are around, well, wait, today's Tuesday. I'll try to do one maybe Friday if I can. And I'll try to get a few other people involved in on this. So we'll have like a whole crew. Remember when I first started doing these live streams, I'd have like 4 or 5 people all sitting behind me and all be chit-chatting and stuff. Remember that? That was a fun time. That was a fun time. Yeah, take it easy, man. Yeah. Yep. Stay warm and safe. See ya. Yep, right on, you guys. All righty. But like I said, if you guys can help out, my PayPal and I think the Cash App is down there below. That'll help out. Help get things going a little bit. Yeah. Even if each person, we got 12 people in here, donate send me $5 or whatever, that'd be enough for me to fix my damn windshield wipers. I got one that broke off the other day because it was so cold outside. I'm sitting, bing, flying off into the street. Ah, shit! So I got only one windshield wiper now. All right, guys. All right, take it easy, and I'll probably see you guys this weekend. Oh, what's going on? Yes, okie dokie.